Hello all, my name is Nicole, and as part of my final in my intimate relationships class, I will be sharing with you a little bit about a social exchange introduced by John Theobald and Harold Kelly called the interdependence theory. First off, social exchange is an underlying principle that affects every relationship where people look for maximum rewards with an input of low cost. This may sound very impersonal, however, let's examine an applicable example. A scenario of high rewards to low costs would be a couple who lives in the same hall of the dorms together. Travel and changes in your life to incorporate the new partner may seem very low, and the added closeness provides an opportunity of high intimacy and high sexual rewards. In contrast, a couple who live states away may bear high costs and low rewards in the sense that travel and time to commit to this person are very high. Yet the distance is not satisfying and provides low connection and intimacy and a high probability of low sexual rewards as well. Finally, outcomes is a term to signify the interplay between both costs and rewards. Thus, in an equation, outcomes would equal rewards minus the costs, with the average person looking for the best or highest rates of these possible outcomes. So first off, the interdependence theory has a few more terms we need to introduce. One being a comparison level, or known simply as CL. This refers to the level of what we think we deserve in a relationship or dealing with others. So in other words, are you being treated and cared for in a way you think you deserve or not? On this spectrum, you can have a high or low CL. So if you're being treated better than your standards, you have a high CL. And if lower than you are satisfied with, then you would have a low level of CL. So to wrap it together, outcomes minus CL, your comparison level, will equate to the level of satisfaction or dissatisfaction you are having in your relationship. In comparison, the term CL alt, or CL for your alternatives, refers to the possible alternatives and partners that would be available if you were to leave your current relationship. This relates because think of this scenario if it were on the topic of jobs. You currently are somewhat satisfied with your job, however not getting the recognition and pay you think you deserve, low CL level. Then a new job comes up promising a promotion and even better alternatives, a high CL alt. Given this scenario, how likely are you to leave your current job and pursue the next? Most of us would say pretty likely. This is what John Theobald and Harold Kelly propose in their interdependence theory of social exchange, that these CL alts determine our dependence on our current relationship. Three other factors that can determine our decision to stay or leave depend on our prior level of investments, self-evaluation, and your evaluation of CL alts. If your investments, for example, kids, money, or time spent, are high, you are more dependent and committed to staying in the relationship rather than leaving and potentially losing what you have built. Self-evaluation. This refers to how you compare and line up amongst others. What can you offer a potential CL alt? Would anyone other than your partner find you a desirable option? And finally, evaluation of the CL alts. Maybe there are many other options around you, yet none of those alternatives hold a job or fare better than your current partner. You now are probably more likely to stay than leave. A combination of these three factors can predict a couple's dependency in the relationship. With these dynamics all coming into play, according to the theory, couples can yield 4 different types of relationships. The first two we will look at are a happy stable and unhappy stable. Happy stable. Here in your relationship, you are happy because you are getting more than you think you deserve, and the relationship is stable because you are receiving more than you think is out there in your alternatives. Hence, CL and your CL alt are less than your outcomes. Unhappy stable. Here you are unhappy because you are getting less than you think you deserve, but you're getting more than you think is out there in alternatives, so you're stable and probably will not leave. Here your CL alt is less than your outcomes, and your outcomes then are less than your CL. The next two are happy unstable and unhappy unstable. Happy unstable. This is where you are happy because you are getting better than you think you deserve, but unstable in your relationship because you think there is better out there and you could get more with the alternative relationship. Here, CL is less than your outcomes, and your outcomes are less than your CL alt. Unhappy, unstable. In this relationship, you are unhappy because you are receiving less than you think you deserve, and the relationship is unstable because you are also getting less than what you think is out there and is possibly worth leaving for. Here, your outcomes would be less than your CL and CL alt. In conclusion, I think that's all we have time for. So thank you so much for listening to my explanation, the interdependence theory, and have a great summer, Dr. Wade. Here are my references. And I know I didn't include any pictures, but I was kind of terrified that somehow I would cite them wrong and YouTube would come after me. So have a great summer.